Hello. So I want to review an anime series, and the series in question is Haibane Renmei. Now, this is a series made by the same team that, for the most part, the same team who made Serial Experiment Lane, and I think you can definitely see that in the series art style and a bit in the kind of story it's telling. Though where Lane is an enormous mindfuck, this isn't. Though you can kind of see that it's the same minds behind it. Now, what Haibane Renmei is about is a young woman. Her name is Raka. And at the first episode of the series, she have a dream that she's falling. And then she wakes up in a cocoon which she claws her ways out of, and within a day or so, she suddenly sprouts wings and gets a halo. And she is a Haibane, which is a sort of an angelic kind of creature. And the series is um, very much magic realism. Now, magic realism is a kind of genre where you can have a where you have a supernatural element, but the series is still very down to earth. The supernatural element isn't a huge part of it. It's just it's treated as an everyday thing, or basically it has a small part of it. Like for example, you can have um let's say you have a series where one of the characters are psychic and it's just there, but it's not really focused on. That will be magic realism, and this is it. Because the Haibane, they have wings, they have halos, but otherwise they live very normal lives. They have jobs, they have. And for the first six episodes of the series, it just follows their everyday life. Um, and it follows Raka as she tries to become familiar with the world she's in. There are some strange rules to the town of Flea. Uh, the Haibane can't go around the giant wall that surrounds the city. They can't own money. They have to have everything second hand and so on and so forth. And yeah, but after a while she starts asking questions. What are the Haibane? What is the city of Glee? Excuse me. What is this wall? What's behind it? And so on and so forth. And it very much is a mystery. I would say that if I'm gonna put a genre to this series, it would be a drama slash mystery. Now, the other characters of this, the main characters are all Haibane, these angelic-like creatures, and you have really two main characters. It's Raka, who's a new Haibane, who's you sort of see the world through her eyes, and experience the world as she does, as a complete newcomer. And then you have her mentor type character, um, who is named Reki, who is a grown up woman. She is also Haibane, and she's a bit she's very cool. I really like her because you have an angel here that swears, smokes, and rides a scooter. It's just awesome. But yeah, it's sort of the first part of the series very much just follows these people's everyday life. Haibane live in this old abandoned school building called Old Home. And yeah, but then around the midpoint of the series that begins very happy and light and is about everyday life. It's a very slice of life type story. It suddenly takes a turn for the dark. And now, when many people, when you say a series is dark, they think there's violence, there's blood, there's body part flying around. you won't find that here. By dark, I'm thinking it takes up very dark personal issues. It's a very emotional series. Um, the series doesn't have an antagonist, as you would normally say. There aren't any people that go against these people. Antagonists are themselves. The series very much is about sin and forgiveness. Both uh, Raka and Reki are so-called sin-bound, and a lot of the story is about their personal quest to find redemption. And as such, it's a religious series for many ways, but it isn't tied to one particular religion. So yes, they're angels, but I mean, it's not preachy. It's not saying this is a religion. This it's sort of that question is left very open. And when the God is spoken of at all, it's not like it's like this is what you believe. This is. It's just it's very open. Excuse me, my throat. And I would say that it's more spiritual than religious, and it's sort of delved into the concept of sin, what sin is. Because it's not like the kind of sin where say you have gone against our dogma, bad, 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 bad. It's more the personal choices you make that might hurt those around you. So yeah, I think that the story is very deep and rich. The characters, for the most part, the main characters are very well fleshed out, and you get invested in them. They're good characters. The secondary characters, well, the series is only 13 episodes long, and this is a problem. I will get back to that later. But yeah, the the secondary characters they get a bit glossed over because there just isn't enough time to go into them, but they're okay. Um, but the two main characters, Rekka and Reki, are very good. You get invested in them, and it's very much their journey to find redemption. Now, what do I think of the story? Well, it's very unique. I really like these angels. I really like it's a very unique take on angels because they're living very everyday lives, but they still have this touch of divinity, this touch of mystery about them. I think that's something I really like about the series. It's very magical. I think that people that's interested in angels will really like it because that's my feeling when I watch this series. It's magical. It's just so it draws you into this wonderland. However, is all fantastic about it? No. So let me get into some of the bad parts. The series is 13 episodes long. It's nowhere near enough, especially when it takes about 6 episodes before you really get into the plot. The first 6 episodes is just slice of life, and while I heard some reviewers call it boring, I didn't directly find it boring. Normally, I'm not that into slice of life stories, but I found it interesting because it's so detailed. You really get to feel that this is real, and it sort of have that. In one end, it's so damn mundane. I mean, they drink tea, they go to work, they buy food, they buy clothing. It's just very, very, very down to earth and mundane. But at the same time, the characters are angels. So that sort of very mundane mixed with a drop of weirdness gets very fascinating, but it's still just slice of life. Nothing really happens. So you only have about 6-7 episodes for the plot. And it's not enough. This should have been a full 24 episode series. It would have been much better than. So yeah, I think that it has a very slow pacing, and it should have that. It fits the series to have a slow pace. But if they're gonna have that slow pace, they need more episodes. Now, Then it gets to the real problem here, the ending. Nothing's explained. Now, is it a terrible ending? No, because Raka and Reki's search for redemption, that storyline gets wrapped up very nicely. It's a pretty good story. However, a huge part of the focus of the series is what are the Haibane? What are the town? What's up with the wall? And nothing is explained. And here's my point. Not all stories need to present all the answers to you on a silver platter. Take, for example, Blade Runner. The movie would have been worse if it has plainly said Deckard is a replicant or he isn't. I mean, that's one of the big thing about the series that, the movie, that fans can sit and discuss for hours. Is he or isn't he? But that's not the focus. The focus of the movie is Deckard a replicant? I think we can. Sorry for the coughing. Anyway, I think I want to join two TV series to explain my point here. Battlestar Galactica. It has an ending that doesn't explain everything. One of the things it doesn't explain is what is Starbuck. Is she an angel? Is she a advanced new model of Cylon? What's up with her? It isn't explained. It's just lots of hints dropped all around. And that works. It would have been a poorer series if you had gotten that on a silver platter. But it's not the focus of the series. The main focus of the series gets wrapped up. It's sort of one of the parts that give the series mystery that is left a mystery, and that's fine. While when you look at, for example, Lost has the whole focus of Lost is what is this island, what's going on, and there isn't given a really good explanation, and as such, the point of it is left open. It's the same that there's a lot of movies where there's murders that isn't explained who did it, and that's fine, not a problem. But if you are watching a crime mystery where the whole point is who's the murderer, then you are sort of left feeling a bit unsatisfied if you are not told who the murderer is. And we get the same point here. A very big focus from episode 1 is what are the Haibane? And while there are dropped quite a few hints about just that, which I won't go into for spoiler reasons, you can sort of guess what they are. What's up with the wall? What's up with the toga? What's up with the communicator? Why can't they own money? Why can't they own new things? Why do they get sick when they touch the wall? What's up with with those the metal that the halos are made of that becomes a point later on? What's with the voices that Raku starts hearing? What's with all these things? And this plot develops with a little bit more mystery, a little bit more mystery, a little bit more mystery, and then the series just say, fuck you and ends. And I just don't like that. Basically, a very big portion of this is mystery, and then I want the mystery explained. And there just isn't. So if you are hoping for a series that will tell you what is going on, you won't get this here. If you want a story about spirituality, forgiveness, sin, redemption, and friendship, you will get that. So is the story good? Yes. Parts of it is very good. The story about Raku and Reki's journey to redemption is very good. But the setting isn't well explained. Also, this is a very different kind of anime. You will not find green-haired girls here. You will not find fan service.
You will not find big battles. In fact, there is not one single fight in the entire series. So yeah, the story is good, but it could have been so much better if things were explained. So let's go over sound and sound animation and visuals. The visuals are gorgeous. I mean, you have beautiful fields, you have this town, and it really set you in the mood for seeing the series. The characters are beautifully drawn, and it has very earth tones. A lot of anime is very in your face, very bright, very you want one it's very beautiful earth tones. And I also love how it gets darker and darker and darker as the story gets darker. And that is really great. It begins very upbeat, very light, beautiful earth tones, and then it gets darker and darker and darker. And that's beautiful. The animation, however, it is a bit jerky at times. The animation isn't the best. But in my opinion, it doesn't need to be, because this isn't an action anime. I feel that if you're gonna have an anime that is very much about battles, about action, about movement, then you need better animation. But here, it doesn't matter that there's a lot of talking heads and a lot of still shots and a lot of this and that, because it's more think, 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 and less action, 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 action. So as long as the visuals are good, animation doesn't need to be that good. But the animation is a bit lacking. Sound wise, I think both the sub and the dub is very good. The characters get emotion and involvement. I have nothing negative to say about any of them. Are they masterpieces? Probably not, but they're pretty good. I really like the music. Now, I would not buy a CD with the music, because it's not really catchy or anything I would put on its own. But the music fit the story very well. This music is very cleverly used to help convey the emotions of the story, to help tell the story. So as such, it fits the series perfectly. So I have definitely nothing wrong to say about the music. It fits extremely well. This isn't somebody that says, we're gonna have an anime about such and such, yes, make some music we can show in there. No. Here they have planned out the music for every single scene, and it fits beautifully. So it's a very beautiful, both sound-wise and visual-wise, anime. So yeah, I would give this anime 7 out of 10. The ending is a bit of a disappointment. The animation itself isn't that good, but everything else is top notch, and I do recommend it, especially if you like angels, if you like spiritual stories, or if you want something a bit different. So yeah, at the end of the video, I just wanted to review this set. This is the collector's edition. It is out of print now, but the set has been sold in single volumes, and it has also now been picked up again by, I think it's Funimation. So you can get it again. So yeah, this collector set, it is a pretty sturdy box. It has this fake leather-like texture to it, and I think the box is just beautiful. It looks like an old book and looks just great on the shelf. Inside here you have the individual volumes. So yeah, the individual volumes look like this. And there are quite a bit of extras in here. There are some interviews with the creators. There are the original, basically, little blurbs about the next episode. Then there are alternative versions of the openings and endings, and quite a few of those goodies. So yeah, I wonder if it says here. No. Yeah. On the first one, you have previews for episodes 2 to 5.
Non-credit opening, original Japanese opening, art gallery, and pioneer animation previews. On this too, we have previews for 6 to 8, non-credit ending, TV commercial 1, TV commercial 2, art gallery, and pioneer animation previews. Here we have previews for 9 to 11, promotional trailer, new program, commercial, art gallery, pioneer animation previews. The previews everywhere. Want to get some more money? And we have, and of course, published by Pioneer. And on the last list we have previews for 12 to 13, Haibane special ending, exclusive interview with creators, art gallery, script, cover gallery, and Ganon animation reviews. Ganon is those that have made it, basically, the production company, and Pioneer has made this set. And there are also some things inside here. In the first set, there's the disc. The first set we have these lovely cards with character pictures. And we have basically a poster, and on the back of those are the episode information. And we have those that with episode information in every. Basically, I really like that I go a little bit a step back, so you have this little insert that has a poster with every one of the discs. I don't know if that's part of the individual sets or not, because I bought this as a complete set. So yeah, secondary characters here. Yeah, then we have the angel that smokes and rides a scooter. Yeah, and I forgot to show the other one, but they are basically all this beautiful green. So yeah, there's definitely a deluxe set, and if you can find this, it will probably cost you more than the foundation set. I don't know how that works, but I mean, just for extra artwork, the extras, I mean, even the insides here have artwork. So yeah, it's just a great set for fans. Now, I have one problem, and that is the menus is a bit clunky to use. There's nothing really wrong with them, but I mean, to start an episode, first you tag the episode, then you choose if you want to start from the intro or from where part of it. Instead of just clicking the episode and then clicking we want to start it like that, you tag it, and it's a bit counterintuitive. Other than that, I have no problem with it whatsoever. It's a beautiful, great set, and I really recommend this set of it. It is gorgeous, and for the series itself, I really wish more people knew about this, because it is a bit of a hidden gem. Is it perfect? Oh hell no. But it's different, it's beautifully done, and it does have a pretty good story. So yeah, that is my review of Haibane Renmei. It's a good series, and this Pioneer Collector's Edition is a really, really good set. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this review. Have a great day, and blessed be.